How is it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today's video is another long distance collaboration with another great YouTuber. So stay tuned and you'll find out who it is. So glad you could stick around. Now, who am I talking about? Just a second. The reason we're doing this type of format is the current situation in the world right now. You just can't go visit somebody across state lines and, you know, shake their hands, get close to them, ride with them and all that stuff. So that's why a few of us have agreed to do this type of format. I hope you like it. If you do, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, letting everybody know that you do like it, whether it be in my video or the second half of this video. The second half of this video will be on the other person's channel, so please go share some love, show them some love, and leave comments in theirs also. Now, who is it? I am so glad you asked that question. It is the one, the only, the great Zoutlawss SS. Let's give him a round of applause. Yes.
What's up, guys? Zoutlawss SS here. I'm doing a little collab with Camaro Time, and for those of you that have never seen my channel, I have a 2018 Camaro SS 1LE. Now guys, what's so special about this 1LE is it's red and it's black, and that's cool. One of the brightest cars out on the road is red or yellow. I like to be different than everybody else, plus my favorite color is red. So you guys can see the 1LE behind me. Isn't she sweet?
Now, the way this is going to work, there's going to be 10 questions. Both of us will answer the same 10 questions. Zoutlawss SS will send me 5 of his responses, and I will add it to my 5 responses to the same questions. And then you will have to go to Zoutlawss SS's channel to get the other 5 questions, his responses with my responses, for a total of 10 questions. Like I said, if you like this format, be sure to drop a comment and let us know. So let's get on with the actual questions.
A lot of you guys may be asking, why a Camaro, Zoutlawss SS? Why a Camaro? Why not a Mustang? Why not a Corvette? Why not a, I don't know, a normal car? I've had Camaros off and on since high school. My best friend had one of the sweetest Camaros probably in the entire freaking state of Texas at one point in time. It was pearl white with white diamond tough interior. I think it was 450 horsepower, and back in the early 80s, 1981, 82, that was a lot of horsepower for any kind of car.
So right about now you're wondering, why a Camaro? Well, short answer is, it goes back to my childhood. I was riding my bicycle one day and had tied my shoelaces, and it's been on since then. I heard one, seen one, and ooh, just had to head one. But long answer is, I mean, come on, who doesn't want one? Look at this. Just look at that bad boy. Oh my God. No other car has that type of styling. No other car has that look. No other car has that sound. Everybody has Mustangs. Everybody has Challengers. Everybody has Chargers. So that's just me. Our cars are an extension of who we are. Why a Camaro? Why not 2?
Did my parents ever own a Camaro or any kind of car like that? No, my mom had a station wagon. I forget what year it was. It had wood paneling on it, the ugliest damn vehicle in the neighborhood. I actually stole that car one time when I was 15 years old. Took a turn about 90 miles per hour, slid off the road, didn't put any dents into it, but put a lot of mud underneath of it. It actually broke down, so we got it home, parked it in the same spot so she wouldn't notice it, and the tow truck driver came and picked it up and said, "Ma'am, somebody's been driving your car." Got grounded for a month, guys, over that. My parents really didn't have any kind of sports cars, except for my dad, but I never really grew up with my dad. My dad had brand new Cadillac and said something was wrong with it, and told my mom it wouldn't go forward, it would only go in reverse, and turned it into a race car. So maybe that's where I get it from, my dad, I don't know. But I'm the only one in my family. Well, my sister has a 6-cylinder Camaro convertible.
Did my parents own Chevrolet or a Camaro? No. I don't ever recall my parents owning a Chevrolet when I was growing up, or even when I got older as far as that goes. My parents' cars were strictly utilitarian vehicles, you know, like the Crown Vics, the LTDs. Now don't get me wrong, we always had a new car every few years, so we were never hurting and riding around in old style cars that were falling apart with high miles. No, that wasn't us, that wasn't how we did things, and we just didn't do it.
Have I ever owned a Ford? I have owned 2 Fords in my life, and both of them were pickup trucks. I've never had a Mustang. My sister did, but not me. So the F-150 I had was a pretty good truck. The Ford Ranger I had, I hated that thing. It was too small for me. So those are the only 2 Fords I've had. Most of them have been Chevys or Dodge.
Have I ever owned a Ford? Yes, that's the short answer, several. Now with that said, there's a longer answer to it. You know, whenever you're a kid and everything, you dream about what cars you want when you get older and everything, but it doesn't quite always work out that way. You know, if your parents aren't rich, or something happens to one of them at an early age, like my father died when I was young. I was 11, 12, somewhere around that age. Oh Lord, the great roundabout debacle. Let's get through this and then we'll carry on this conversation. It's not a stop, people. Let's go. It's not a stop. I think if you're going to add something like this into your roadworks, you need to send out letters in advance instructing idiots on how to drive on them. It is not a 4-way stop. So, back to the story. You know, you don't always have the money to just go out and purchase your dream car when you first get out on your own. So you have to work toward it. So yes, I've had Fords. I've had a Mercury. I've had the Mercury Cougar. I've had the Ford Gran Torino. I've had a Ford Ranger pickup truck. My wife's had the Ford Explorer Sport Track that she really loved. You know, just through the years, yes, I've had Fords. But once I got old enough and my wife and I saved up enough money, been in Camaros ever since. Because that was my dream car as a child. Either a Trans Am or Camaro.
What made me choose red on my Camaro? Red is by far my favorite color. I'm not the type of guy to have like a silver or a white and stuff like that. I have to have a car that attracts attention, and red attracts attention. Wouldn't you guys think so? You could see it coming from 2 miles away. So I've never been into silver cars or anything like that. I love red. I like yellow, but I don't know if I'd have a yellow Camaro or anything like that. So that's why I chose red. It's my favorite color.
Why the color red? Well, let's see. Everybody and their grandmother does black. Blue is really hard to find in my area. It might not be out in the rest of the world, but in my area, blue's hard to find. The Krypton green, I almost bought a Krypton green. But with that said, you know, Krypton green is a color that's kind of, will you really like it later on down the road after owning it for a while? Who knows? So I didn't want to take that chance. Plus, I like to be seen. So, red. Yes, look at that, red. Oh my God, you gotta admit, that is just gorgeous. And I work on a dirt parking lot. So she is filthy right now, but even so, look at how good she is looking. Oh my goodness. Got a few errands to run this morning, so I figured I'd take you along. And as you can see, it's cold and it is cloudy and gloomy. But I hate riding in a dirty car, and I haven't had a chance to wash it because of all this crazy weather. So let's wash it. This is the only kind of automatic wash you will ever see me use. Either that or this. I'm using this because, like I said, it's dirty. I haven't had time to wash it because of weather. So let's get to it. This is a touchless wash. never use the ones that have the brush. But since I've got all these errands I've got to run and the weather hasn't been cooperating, and they're actually calling for rain after a while anyway, I just didn't want to go out in a dirty car like that. That's not me, that's not who I am. So I just spent $6 for a wash so it could get rained on. What is my favorite thing about my Camaro? It's many things actually. I can't just single out one. I mean, it's the performance, the way it rides, just the way I feel when I'm in it, the way I feel when I make the car payment. I don't mind making this car payment. That's how you know when you have the correct car. You actually pay, you know, $300 upwards to $900 for a car, and it doesn't bother you because you really enjoy and are enthused every time you get behind that wheel. But if I had to pick out just one thing only, and it's going to be a generic, broad scope answer, I know, and I'm sorry for it, but whenever I get asked the answer, whenever I get asked the question, it's the same thing every time. It always comes down to it. It's the way I feel when I look at the car. In other words, it is the overall design of it, the body style of it, the edges, the curves, the contours. Yeah, it's just the overall experience, the look that is a Camaro. There is no other car that looks like it. So that's my very favorite thing about it.
What is my favorite thing about the Camaro 1LE is got to be the suspension, guys. You could take a turn like no other car. I mean, a ZL1 could take the turn like that, but it's freaking amazing on track and in the mountains. That's my favorite thing with this 1LE is the suspension.
Told you it was gonna rain. Look. This one's all wet too. Oh well, that's part of the fun of it, right? Getting them dirty so we can clean them again. Yes! But I'd like to take this time to thank Zoutlawss for being part of this. It's something I've never done before. You know, like I said, there's a couple guys that I asked to do it. Zoutlawss was one of them. I'd really like to thank him for taking the time to do this, to send me the clips, number one. Number two, to trust me to not do anything with them, you know, crazy or whatnot. That means a lot. You know, somebody trusts you enough to send something they worked on, they took the time to do, and for being part of the channel. I really do appreciate it. Let me get you out of this wind. Brr, I tell you what, it's supposed to get up 61 today, but it ain't going to make it. I just checked the temp on the radio and it said 52 degrees. It started out at 55 this morning when I left the house. Oh gosh. But anyhow, again, I'd like to thank Zoutlawss for taking the time to do this, to trust me to do this with him and everything. And the second half, which is 5 more questions, same style, if you will, or same format. There we go, that's the word I'm looking for. Same format, but it's going to be on his channel. I'm going to send my 5 responses. He's going to edit it in his video with his style of editing, music, whatever he wants to do to it. You know, he was kind enough to trust me with his to do whatever I wanted to do, so I'm returning the favor. He's got mine. Have at it. But yeah, be sure to go check out his channel because he's got some really good content. Really cool guy, really fun guy to watch. He puts a lot of time and stuff into his editing and his vlogs and his live streams. And if you want to see the next 5 questions, next 5 answers, you're going to have to anyway, right? You've come this far, why stop now? But I'll be sure to put the link in the bottom to his channel. Be the first thing you see. So please go check him out, and remember, if you like this format, if you like what we're doing, put comments in the comment box below on my channel or his channel or both of them. It doesn't matter. That way we know that you like it, and possibly we could do something like this again, different questions, maybe even post a video up asking you for your questions, your input. What would you like to know about either or? So until next time, guys, gals, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Get out there and enjoy your cars. I mean, I'm enjoying mine, even if I'm just sitting in it talking to you during a rainstorm and windstorm. So until next time, take care. Thank you for watching.